was who I
And welcome back to MLG's 2K series. I'm Mr. X, joined by Smiting Fatty, and right now we're going to jump on board with TK up against SoaR right now. And SoaR is actually playing with Liar, Heist, Spacely, and Methods.
Yeah, so this new SoaR team, pretty stacked, it looks like. You know, I've always been a fan of Spacely and Heist, so I think they're both really good players.
Yeah, and you know, right now we're on board with Neslo, and he's just locking down this right side of the map over on these green trains with this Bison, and you know, he's one of the only players I've seen use a Bison, along with Aches. Aches likes to use the Bison for the high rate of fire, but you see Methods picking up 2 huge kills, and now looks like SoaR is going to be able to take back B, and you know, it looks like we actually don't have Theory in the game, which is definitely not something that TK would probably want to do, play man down.
No, you never want to play a man down. I don't know if he's getting hit offline or what, but it looks like another TK person just dropped out. So I don't know what's going on here now.
Yeah, I don't know. They might be trying to get SoaR to restart the game, or yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks like we're gonna restart this game because playing 3-on-4 isn't fair. Things that aren't fair aren't fun, and that would just not be nice. So it looks like they're gonna restart this game, but in the other side of the bracket, we had Fuse actually take down Complexity 2-0. First map domination, I heard it was pretty close. First half, I believe Complexity won, and then Fuse came back and took the second half, and then won the Search and Destroy. So that was a 2-0. And then also we have Curse Las Vegas versus FaZe going on right now. I don't know the score of that game. It hasn't updated. I haven't checked my Twitter feed yet. But that game's also going on right now. 2 very good matchups. I mean, I think the FaZe Curse Las Vegas game will be pretty close. I think we'll see a fairly close game. I mean, Curse Las Vegas is probably on fire. You know, once you make that roster change, everyone gets a little more energized to play, and they get motivated, and everyone's always happy when they first make a roster change. So I can see some momentum from that.
Yeah, well, exactly. And, you know, they're bringing Killa, Miracles, and Parasite together again. We know how potent they are. I mean, those three are just, I mean, some of the top players when they are together. So we'll see what they can do. But on the other side of that new FaZe team with those Halo pros, I mean, we were talking about this before the game started.
Yeah.
They're going to be a team to watch out for.
No, they're definitely going to be a team to watch out for, especially once it hits LAN. I mean, tons of LAN experience on that team with the Halo players. I mean, you have it's kind of interesting because you have the Call of Duty players bringing Call of Duty experience, but then you also have Halo players bringing just their overall game knowledge of multiple games, and then also just they're used to playing in that big spotlight. So it looks like we're going to start this game back up 4-on-4, because that's like what everybody would want to see, right? Nobody wants to see like 2-on-4.
I wouldn't mind seeing a 3-on-4, see what they could do.
I mean, you know, actually at the start, Neslo and TK, they actually had that middle flag 3-on-4. I was like, oh man, this is gonna be pretty.
And they got past everybody.
Yeah, and then like they killed a few people, and then it became like 4-on-2, and then it wasn't as fun to watch. But right now, it looks like we're gonna have a game of 4-on-4. Call of Duty's played 4-on-4. You should all know that. And it looks like we're gonna get started right now. Going back into the action with TK against SoaR right now.
Well, who are you watching right now? Because I want to see who you're watching and see what you know, what kind of strategy that they're kind of doing. So I guess I'm watching Goonjar right now.
Yeah, you know, right now I'm watching Goonjar as well, and he's just nading that thing, and you know, we can hear Theory. We're gonna have to mute Theory. I like him, but can't have him listening all the time. And you know, right now you see SoaR being extremely aggressive. They're pushing up into this mid, but you have Neslo going around on flank. Up, got snuffed out. He's dead. And you know, right here we have a great job by SoaR right off the bat. You know, new team. Just I don't know if it's actually their set lineup going forward, or this is going to be just a pickup team for today. But you have Methods, Heist, Liar, and Spacely. 4 very accomplished players in their own right. You know, another thing, like we said, with the roster change, everybody's usually happy. Everybody's doing everything for the team. You know, right today, I mean, we see they're already in the quarterfinals. I mean, this is definitely a great performance out of them.
Yeah, and FaZe, or not FaZe, I'm sorry, SoaR. SoaR with the 2 new FaZe players, they just seem to be a little energetic, and like you said, they're happy. But Methods right now, he's 4-0. with those 2 caps. So he's carrying. And on the other side, you got Gunjar again,
Yeah.
who's 4-2. But Theory, 0-5. What, I mean, let's watch him, see what he's doing wrong.
I actually wanted to jump on board with Methods. I pulled a move and I switched teams and I'm jumping on board with Methods. But actually, if you see your scoreboard, it looks like Spacely is the one who's heating up. He's 9-2 right now, and he's one of the guys who's a casualty of FaZe picking up those 2 Halo players. And ever since then, I've seen him and Huddle. They've been playing together. They played a tournament with I believe it was Nadeshot and Scump, and they got very far. I might have even won, to be honest. And right now, I mean, he is just on fire. 12-2, just taking over the TK base. And right now, TK's they're pushed so far back, and they really can't get any pressure outside of their base.
Well, yeah, and it's going to be up to them to counteract it and figure out how they want to go about doing that, like whether it's changing up the class that they're running or actually running a different route, because once you start running the same routes, especially if you're in sort of a spawn trap, you're going to get taken out. So, but right now, Spacely is 13-4, doing awesome.
Yeah, I mean, 13-4, that's fairly good. Methods 9-2, that's not too bad either, but the slaying out of those 2 players right now is really the difference between these 2 teams. I mean, you have a SoaR picking up almost a 30-point lead, actually, exactly. And you see Methods, I mean, his shot is just on point right now, and he is one of the smarter players. He's so young, but for his age, he's extremely smart.
Well, and that's what happens. You get a smart player and a little bit of skill, and it goes a long ways, rather than a player that may have the best shot, but not that smart.
Yeah.
They don't go very far. So I wish I had a little bit of both. I don't know if I have either, but it's okay because I love watching and I love casting. So I'm excited to be here, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Methods is definitely, he's such a young player. He's so, I mean, he has such a long career ahead of him, and just gaming in general. I mean, he knows, he plays every situation perfectly. I mean, you saw him pretty much locking down that entire B flag by himself, just watching that cross in the AR, and now he's versatile enough to switch over to his submachine gun. And smart play right here out of TK. They wrapped all the way around. They took the other team's home flag, but it looks like SoaR is going to play the play of actually just taking back TK's home flag and just flipping the map.
Well, and that's what you want to do. If you get flipped, flip it back, right? You want to have as many points as you can get. And right now, SoaR just in total control, 85-47. What does TK need to do coming into that second round?
No, coming into this next round, I mean, TK really, they don't need to change up much. I mean, they know how they want to play this map. They were a little too over aggressive at B at the start. They're gonna have to play for a pick or 2 over at B and then trade the last 2 kills effectively and just take that B flag back, and then they can hold it for pretty much the whole game, and they'll be okay. But they need Nezlo to step it up. 4-15, that's not gonna be good enough to beat a team like SoaR.
Yeah, and it seems like TK just started off slowly. I mean, we saw it was Theory 0-5, but he's picked it up. He's 10-14 now, so going a little bit better than even since that point. But right now, Sharp on top. He's 9-13 as well. They're just being outslayed right now.
Yeah, I mean, right now, I think the difference is just Nezlo really needs to pick up the slaying. 5-15, and everybody else on SoaR pretty much with 10 kills, and I mean, SoaR's going to put up 100 points on domination on the first half on Freight, and I mean, that's pretty much unheard of with a 47-point victory. I mean, it's going to be tough for TK to come back and win this in the second round.
Yeah, it really is. And 47 points with a quality team like SoaR is going to be hard to pick up, but I'm super excited to go see this next round. I think I said super excited about 15 times.
I mean, you're
already.
just super excited. I mean, that's the only way to explain it. You're just off the walls with excitement right now. I love it though. And
yes.
Right here, TK is going to have to play extremely aggressive, but SoaR can also, they can't play too passive, because a lot of the times in Black Ops 2 on CTF, we saw teams that would get a lead and capture the flag, and they would start turtling their base a little bit, and that's when you start to lose. So it's going to be interesting to see if SoaR comes out and plays as aggressively as they did in the first half of this side.
Yeah, we'll see how aggressive they are going to be. Who do you want to jump on or be watching first?
No, right now I want to jump on with TK. I want to see how they start off the beginning of this round, and if they're going to run maybe an extra sub or 2 to try and get that more pressure up in that base, or if they're gonna try and play slow and just play a little bit more with the clock. Because they're either going to have to push the other team's base extremely hard, or they're going to have to rely on ARs to get picks off the start and then take B back.
Yes, and I'm watching Theory as he has this MTAR, and I love the spot he's gone in. He just laid down right by those blue barrels, able to put some shots on somebody at least, but he's going to come up behind Liar. What a great play. Can he get the 2-piece? I didn't even see if he got that
Yeah, he
first
did. He
one.
did. You know, that was a huge play right there at a Theory, because SoaR had actually taken out 2 members of TK, and it looks like TK is going to trip cap this B flag, getting 2 guys down, and they're able to take it back. And that is huge, because they're going to need to hold this B flag for pretty much the entire game, and they're going to have to neutralize C for a little bit. And you see Theory, he's on fire right now. He's pushing, he's 4-0, he's pushing straight up into the SoaR base, and SoaR is in a world of trouble right now.
They are, and this is exactly the start that TK needed. You know, he was 0-5 in the first round. Now he's 4-0. It's going to take them a little bit of map control to get back into it. And as I say that, Theory does go down. But on the other side, we got Heist and Liar. They're both 0-3 starting off.
No, but right there, that was a huge kill from Methods. That's a kill that Nezlo really needed to get for his team right there, because now SoaR has taken A, and they're holding their own home flag. And right now, I mean, TK isn't really getting any favorable spawn because they only have B. They're going to get a spawn mid-map, and you see the SoaR players just racking up kills mid-map. And you know, Theory's going to have to contest this, and he's going to have to win this battle, but he gets taken out. It looks like SoaR is going to take B.
Well, you know, TK has done a good job right off the bat, but like you said, SoaR showing that they have a little muster, if you will, that they can come down from a little bit of a deficit and tie up the game. So it's even from this point on, or not from this point on, but at least currently it's even. So it's going to come up to the slaying power, and Methods 8-2. So he has a fast start once again. And as you said, he's just using his shot to his advantage and getting the slaying power in.
Yeah, you know, this was pretty much the main problem with TK throughout Black Ops 2, is that they never really had a set Slayer, somebody like a Karma or a Crimsix who could take over a whole round and really just carry a team in the slaying department. That, I mean, Gunjar is kind of evolving into that player. Gunjar is definitely one of the best players on Ghost, but they really need a guy who can step up and really just be that dominant #1 Slayer that can contend with top teams, because that's the only thing that's separating them and and pretty much complexity is that you see these two teams play often, but it's really just that slaying department that really holds them back.
Yeah, well, it seems like every good team has a really good Slayer, and you know, you on complexity, you have a couple really good people in that category, but it seems like TK is so smart with the game; they're able to overcome it a lot of times.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're definitely one of the best search and destroy teams. I mean, from Black Ops 2 and definitely on Ghost here as well. But I mean, sometimes, especially in a game with like Domination and especially Blitz, it's extremely difficult to win those games when you're getting outslayed constantly. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of just perfect plays and just perfect mentality from other players. A lot of the time that slaying can make up for mistakes if you can just outslay the other team. You can afford to get away with a few mistakes. When you're getting outslayed, though, you really have to play pretty much perfectly. You know, I actually jumped on with SoaR. I wanted to give some more love to these guys. I mean, they are just on fire right now. I mean, Methods on both sides has absolutely crushed it.
Oh, and I just saw, I didn't see who it was. I think it was Methods. Just get that knife. Man, that was crazy. But I'm watching Methods as well, and he will get a kill right there. I miss the kill feed.
Yeah.
You know, no kidding, because sometimes you don't know if they get kills. I don't know. That's just me. I'm just a rookie at this, Mr. X. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all good, man. We're just hanging out. We're watching Call of Duty. We're talking about some gameplay, and you know, right now, I mean, it's been mathematically impossible for TK to win this for pretty much a bit now. As SoaR was able to pretty much hold that B flag for the whole game. Once they got it back, they never really relinquished pressure on the TK base. And I mean, as you've seen, TK kind of got the map flipped on them, and they kind of gave up that one spawn that they had a favorable spawn at. And I mean, since then, you've just seen, I mean, Methods and Spacely just all up in the other team's face, and you know, Liar just with his AR play just holding down mid-map.
Yeah, they did just a better job at slaying in general. I mean, all of SoaR is either even or positive in kill death, and on the other side, everybody but Theory's negative. So Theory ends up 12 and 12. Everybody else down. But what a great match. Methods 13 and 10, as well as Spacely. He ended up 13 and 14, but he has those 3 caps as well. So all the caps and just map control is how SoaR was able to take that one.
Absolutely, and I mean, it was extremely important that SoaR didn't switch up how they played that first half. I mean, the way they played the first half, obviously extremely effective. They won by 47 points, and I believe they took that second half by, I believe it was 23 or 22, or I believe it was like 27. So, I mean, they took that map pretty handily with about 80 points or so. And, you know, going into the Search and Destroy, Methods is definitely one of the smarter Search and Destroy players that we have. And also, I mean, Heist is definitely one of the better snipers in all of Call of Duty. I mean, his snipe shot is ridiculous.
Well, if we play, I mean, what maps do you think we'd see that sniper come out? Are we going to see it on a map, say, like Sovereign? Or it's a little bit, you know, closed, I guess. But you do have those catwalks that you can snipe off of. So, I mean, do you think we'd see it on a map like that?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the next map is going to be Sovereign Search and Destroy. So you're definitely going to see the snipers come out on that. I mean, those catwalks, it's extremely easy to get a pick if the other team's going to push that top control. And, you know, actually, we're just going to jump straight into this next round. They just started it up. So, I mean, I don't think we're going to go to a commercial. I think we're just going to go straight into this next game. And it's going to be Sovereign Search and Destroy. And a lot of the things we've seen from TK, we saw them play this map earlier. They pretty much have the same defensive setup, and they pretty much push the same way on offense. It's going to be interesting to see if SoaR brings out some different strategies that TK hasn't seen, and maybe some sniper action from Heist, and really just kind of throw TK off a little bit.
Well, I can't wait to see it. I love seeing snipers, especially with the thermal scopes. I don't know why. I just think it's awesome. But right off the bat, it's going to be TK planting. So are we going to watch TK first, or who do you want to go with?
You know, right now I'm going to be on with SoaR. I want to really see if Heist is going to have his sniper out, and it looks like he is. You know, he's going to be using that, it's the L112. And, you know, personally, I think that the USR sniper rifle with the chrome line is better, but I see tons of players using this one as well.
Yeah, I like both of them. I mean, I can use them both. Maybe not as good as Heist, but, you know, I still, you know, have fun. I don't get as many hit markers with the USSR, but the US, is it USR? MSR? Yeah. I don't remember what it is.
USR, but I mean, right there we see Heist sniping ability. I mean, he only sees literally the crown of Theory's head, split his wig. Theory ain't in the game anymore, and, you know, right now, SoaR has that man advantage. They got to use it. They got to really be careful right now. I mean, they don't have to get too aggressive right there. I mean, you see Heist, he's pretty much just hanging out in the same position that he sniped Theory from. Probably got a call out from his teammate Gunjar, able to get a good position on him, take him out pretty easily.
Yeah, it's all about positioning. That's what I found out watching these pros. Whoever gets to the spot and then executes wins. I mean, but that's the name of the game, right? Is getting there, executing, and making sure your shot's on. But right there, we see that who was I watching? I can't even.
I believe it was Sharp, yeah.
Methods was able to take, or not. I'm sorry. Methods couldn't get his shot on. Sharp could. That's what I was trying to say, Mr. X. I'm sorry.
There you go. You got it.
Man.
1 for 2, man. That's 50%. 50% still pretty good.
Well, I got both players right. I just couldn't spit the words out. So right here.
Yeah, right now, I jumped on with TK. I want to see how TK is going to play defense. And, you know, they pretty much been playing the same way on defense the entire time throughout the whole tournament. They have Sharp sit and watch this top war room. Theory push into top controller, just sit outside and just kind of sound check the bomb. Gunjar is going to be at the bottom watching the war stairs, and as you saw quickly on your screen, Nezlo is going to move into the servers and watch this whole green side.
Yes, and Sharp, I'm watching him right now as he's looking in here. Looks like, you know, Theory is just in the thick of it.
I mean, but great shots from Theory again.
Yeah, Heist just went down by Theory, yeah.
And, you know, he's able to push up that top control and pick up one, and there you go, Sharp pushing into war room, picking up another, and right now, TK is just going to sit on this B, and I'm surprised we haven't seen more teams go towards A throughout the whole day. I mean, in Columbus, our pretty much whole game plan was geared around going to A on this map because we knew everybody was going to stack B, so I'm surprised we're not seeing more teams go towards A. They're still consistently pushing towards B, and I mean, right now it's a 4-on-1 situation for Methods. I mean, it's going to be extremely difficult to pull this one out.
Yeah, he has a lot to work on, but he's able to take Sharp, but then call out goes in and he goes down. So right there, it looks like Gunjar, just great shots. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, and I mean, that's
He
where
has
you
a good
see.
shot.
Yeah, that's where you see the versatility of Goonjar. I mean, he's able to play an AR or a sub, and usually on Search and Destroy, he's always running a AR. So on Respawn, we're going to see a lot of sub play from Goonjar, but I mean, usually on Search and Destroy, he's a great AR. I mean, him and Sharp run 2 ARs, and I'm still going to stay on with TK. I want to see if they do something a little different on offense, but pretty much we've seen them use the same strategies the entire time, and I'm kind of shocked because they were in Black Ops 2, they were a team that they were so unpredictable in Search and Destroy. That's why it was such a problem for us against them, because you never knew what they were going to do. They played so, I wouldn't say random, but they just played extremely different from other teams. And right now, I mean, you're seeing pretty much the same strategy out of them every single round.
Yeah, you want to switch it up, but you know, sometimes the gun skill can go in, and when you got Goonjar going 4-0, you're gonna win. You know, just they're all positive right now, outslaying SoaR. I'm sorry. Wow, the stutter's real, and right there, Goonjar able to pick him up for 5-0, Mr. X, 3-0 so far.
Yeah, and I mean, these are just great shots by Goonjar. I mean, you can't say enough about this guy, how he's evolved from Black Ops 2 all the way through Black Ops 2 the entire season, and then now on Ghost. I mean, throughout the entire season, he was one of the players that you can actually see getting better from event to event. And I mean, right now on Ghost, you're seeing all that work paying off that he's been putting in. I mean, he's been playing, I believe him and Aches were playing 2-on-2s pretty much all throughout last night. So he's been playing probably for about 12 hours straight right now. He's probably on that gamma grind. And I mean, you're seeing all that hard work pay off, man. He's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get something into you to get pumped if you've been playing for 12 hours straight. I mean, that's like working the night shift. But right now, it does look like SoaR is taking your advice, and they're trying to do this A bomb plant. And we got Methods who has a sniper out right now.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, right there, I mean, SoaR was able to push that bomb pretty easily. There wasn't really too much pressure from TK, and I mean, I like the idea to SoaR. Maybe they were listening to me, maybe they weren't. But I mean, look, they were able to get this bomb down. They're able to pretty much single Sharp out in the mid map, and you know, Theory's actually on bomb right now, and he's gonna push into servers, and they take out all the players right there. So I mean, great plays right there out of Sharp and Theory to win that 3-on-2, and you know, SoaR, those are rounds that you need to win. And right now, you got to be looking at Spacely. Spacely's gonna need to really step it up. 0-4 right now. He's got to really just start helping his team a little bit more.
Yes, but I mean, right behind him is Heist and Liar. They're both 1-4. It seems like Methods is the only one doing anything for SoaR. But man, I mean, they were up and are up in players at one point in that round and just couldn't get it done. So right now, TK must be so ecstatic, so high on, you know, the fact that they're winning and so confident. What does SoaR need to do?
You know, right now, if you're SoaR, you just got to take this round at a time. You got to pick up, or just right now, you really just need to pick up a round. Just one round really changes everything. I mean, you get a little bit of confidence back, a little bit momentum, and I mean, right now they work themselves into another favorable 3-on-2 situation. And we're on with Goonjar right now, and he's able to take out Liar, and actually this turns into a 2-on-1 situation with Sharp and Goonjar against Heist, and this is exactly what SoaR did not want.
No, Heist gonna be all by himself, and they did see him. Like I know they spotted him in the back of the map. So Goonjar and Sharp, those are the two guys that you wouldn't want to go up against in a clutch situation, and then that's exactly why.
Yeah. And I mean, Goonjar's just taking over this game. Like we were talking before on Domination that he really needs to step up into that main Slayer role for this team. I mean, before on Black Ops 2, he was their anchor, you know, but on this game, there's really no anchor role. He really needs to just evolve as a player and just take over those games and really just be the one that just asserts how he plays on the rest of his team. Like they should be playing around how Goonjar is slaying.
Well, Goonjar, he's just awesome. But I mean, Sharp as well. He's been a factor in Call of Duty for a long time. So you know, Goonjar. Goonjar's awesome, so sharp, so is everybody. I mean, Neslo, he's so smart, and just everybody on this team. But right now, they're all in a 3-2 situation as well.
Yeah, I mean, right now we're gonna see actually it's gonna go down to a 3-on-1 with Sharp against Heist and Spacely. Actually, he just killed Methods. I believe Methods might have died off of that ball damage, but you know, right there, that's exactly what SoaR needed. Their backs are against the wall. They just got to win. They have to win every round from here on out. obviously, but you know, those winning one round, it starts to just get the momentum going, and then you win 2 rounds, and then you win 3 rounds, and then the team that's ahead is really at a disadvantage at that point because you're kind of thinking in your head like, oh, are we gonna blow this lead? Like what's gonna happen? And then I mean, if you can get it down to that last round, I mean, you're pretty much golden.
Well, yeah, and at least it's a confidence builder for the next round as well, or not the next round, but the next game. So you don't want to get blanked, and so they didn't do that. But if they go down 6-1, like if they don't pick this one up, I could see TK taking the next blitz game type. But right now, that Gunjar, I mean, I'm just impressed. 9-2, that's just amazing.
Yeah, I mean, Gunjar is really just carrying the load right now for TK, and I definitely agree that if TK can win this map pretty handily, I mean, a lot of the SoaR players, they're younger, you know, they're going to start probably arguing a little bit that this next blitz game type will be, no, I wouldn't say easy, but they'll definitely have tons of momentum going into it. But I also would not count out SoaR because they are also a very good blitz team. Spacely is extremely, he's so sneaky. He loves to just get those flanks, and he can definitely score easy goals. But right now we have a 1-on-1 Theory against Lyra. This is huge. Theory's going to get the bomb down, and it looks like he's going to go to the blue bridge and just kind of camp for a little bit and just kind of probably his team's probably third personing over him. I mean, we can definitely third person a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, they can definitely third person, see if they get the bomb. So we're going to cheat just like his teammates. And I'm kidding. Third person's allowed, but still pretty cheap, as you can just tell. They know he's on the bomb. So he's just going to wait this one out and see if they can pick up an easy round. It looks like he's going to go and check the bomb. Is he on it? Yes, he's on it, and he's able to pick up a pretty easy kill on Lyra. So smart plays out of the TK guys on Search and Destroy.
Yeah, Theory able to, get 2 kills right there. So again, we see SoaR had a man advantage, not able to capitalize on it, and 6-1 victory for TK. So we will be going into Blitz, right?
Yeah, the next map is definitely going to be a Blitz. I don't know which map they do in the veto system today, so I don't have the map list in front of me. I mean, I know the maps that we play on Blitz, but I don't know which map they're going to be playing. But, really dominant performance out of TK, not shocked. And it looks like it'll be Blitz on Octane, but we're going to go to a quick commercial break. And when we come back, it's going to be Game 3, SoaR against TK, going into for a spot in the semifinals on Blitz Octane.